Welcome to another episode of the C8 Chronicles. Been a minute. Today, it's kind of a different day. We're gonna have a small look to a slight possibility of a future. And what I mean by that is, I love the C8. It needs more power. We spoke of this, we've talked about this in the past. I would like to do a twin turbo set. That's what I'm leaning towards as of right now. It's a massive undertaking, and why I traveled all the way to Houston to LMR to check out their twin turbo car. That was a little bit more of a rough race car type that wasn't even tuned. Hard to get a feel for it. So today, get a little treat. We're gonna go visit a friend of mine, Nate, who has a highly powered C8 twin turbo setup. Now, his is a bit more powerful than I would like to make mine. We spoke earlier about keeping this at a reliable level, well underneath the power level of the Camaro, for good reason. I want to be able to just get in the car, hit the start button, put gas in it, change the oil, not have any big headaches. Usually the more power you have means the more unreliable it is. There are certain things that can break over time, certain things that just can't hold the power. You start upgrading the other things and it's just, there's a laundry list of things that start piling up of things that could potentially happen. And I will admit, Nate is at that point where his car has broken quite a bit, but it's currently running. It's pretty badass, and we're gonna check it out today to give us a little peek into the future of what might be. This is what happens when you have good problems in your life. This is Z06, he's backing out so I can get the Stingray out. Can you just give me a general overview of the setup?
Yeah, well, the setup is twin turboed. Sissio Performance did the first build, and then Pikes Performance did the second build. It's got a fully built forged motor from LME.
What size? It's over 400 cubic.
416 stroker, which was one of the first ones I think they said they did.
Okay.
And so we did end up putting fire rings in it and a couple of things to try to beef up or fortify the motor.
So is it pistons and does it have different rods in it too?
Oh yeah, fully built motor.
So rods,
the only thing
crank,
that's
everything.
not like they reused a core block.
Okay.
Everything else was.
I would think a block would be fine.
Yeah, the block's pretty stout. Forge line wheels. It's dropped just about an inch.
Looks good.
Really dirty, but
hey, that's all right.
But yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. It does have a secondary fuel system, tanks in the front trunk.
Is that for E85 or more? Okay.
E85.
Yep.
So the car is now on flex fuel. The first build, it was not, but now it will sense E85 or 93, but under full boost, if you have the car turned all the way up, it's shooting E85 instead of methanol.
Gotcha. How many pounds of boost are you running?
Roughly 20. I think it's 21 or something right around there.
Okay. And what did the car make on that boost level?
It made a higher number, but I wouldn't say it was reliable. So the dyno sheet that I have is 1150.
1150. Okay. And that's where it's comfortably at and all the way turned up at a safe level.
Right now it's turned down to about 950 to the wheels, which is still pretty.
Oh yeah.
Pretty fun.
So this will be the fastest C8 I've ever been in. So I'm kind of excited. A little bit of this is just because you're my buddy and I want to do this, but some of it is it's a little bit selfish too, because I want to do the twin turbo to mine this year, not to this level, or actually even semi-close this level. I want it a bit more tame, but the only ride I've ever gotten in a boosted C8, I flew all the way down to Houston and checked out LMR, and they had basically a full race car that they were building up. They didn't even have it fully tuned, and they said around 700 horsepower, but the thing was just a monster. I mean, it shook in between shifts and it was rumbling so rough. It just was not like the true C8, and I don't think I really got a good feel. So yeah, this will be a good good intermediate.
This does have a mild cam in it too. I forgot that part of the setup.
Okay.
So it does chop, and it makes all the awesome twin turbo noises.
Yes.
And it does have a chop, so it's not the only one out there. There's some out there, but at least in our area, I think it's the only one that
I think so too. Most people have these cars or just your over the hill type guys want a midlife crisis car, buy it stock and parade around to how amazing it is in stock form and no one can use all the power, etc. And then we have the crazy people like you and me.
Yes, we're nuts. I'm still getting to know the car, so.
Oh, that's okay. That's all right.
We did have to put some Mickey Thompsons on the back, so it is now a straight line car.
Perfect.
It was built really for airstrip attack for the half mile.
Yes. Awesome. Good Lord, that's loud.
I think you're supposed to do that.
Could have some heat in it for sure.
With the little car.
Nice. It's got a little bit of a miss in it. It should feel probably really smooth, and that felt like it was breaking up a little bit as you're getting into it. Yeah, it's just not smooth. You can see the RPMs kind of do this thing, and it should be a smooth pull through all of them.
Transmission, yeah, it's like the clutch is slipping.
And it could be like the tune with the clutch too. I don't know, but it's definitely not doing like a good smooth. And if it's not going to run, at least it's not going to run early rather than later in the season, right? Maybe you'll get lucky and we can get it fixed real quick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get it figured out.
Well, thanks for the ride, man. I appreciate it. I'm sorry it's not running great, but we'll get her figured out.
Absolutely.
Well, and there you have it. It just goes to show you push that limit a little too far, and I feel bad for Nate because I know he's just had a lot of issues with that car and getting it running right, and he's frustrated and getting it perfect. And it sounds very familiar, like the Camaro. But we got at least a little bit of a ride in it. That's rowdy. It's really rowdy. Being inside, I definitely have my thoughts on it. I think I'm going to try and keep the cam profile extremely tame and keep things down to a more tame level. I like how refined my Corvette is and not a loud, rumbly muscle car. And you can easily go too far with this. You always want more power, get bigger engine, more boost on the turbos, bigger camshaft. Look, it all makes more power, but you're sacrificing a lot of the drivability and in some cases the reliability, and just want to keep it that sweet spot with a little bit more power, but not to the crazy mark. So thanks for joining us today. Sorry about the little bit of the tease with the letdown of the not under full boost or full power ride in Nate's Corvette, but still gives us a little bit of an idea, even though it's not the full idea. And maybe he'll get things figured out, and we can get another ride to see what it's like before I pull trigger on said combo, whatever I end up with the Corvette. But thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.